Hello everyone, I'm Anaya, and today we'll be going over two popular digital art apps that may be familiar to you. We'll be comparing their features and functions so you can decide which one will be better for you. This app has a lot of features. You can add photos, add text, and it has like so many different fonts. You can crop and resize the canvas while you're in that workspace. There's animation assist for animators, a drawing guide, which is just a grid and you can change its color. You can use a reference as you're drawing, and you can import the image from your camera roll. You can flip your canvas and you can check out the dimensions, layers, color profile, and basically all the other canvas info. There's multiple different ways to share the canvas, and there's a time-lapse replay of anything you've done on the canvas. And there's preferences. So light interference is basically dark or light mode. Right hand interference is where the toolbar is. And then there's a brush cursor, which is basically like a little shape that outlines the shape of your brush. And with it off, it just won't be there. So let me use a brush that'll allow you to see it more. This is with it on. And this is with it off. There's no difference in the brush and the pressure. It's just you can't see that little outline on the brush as soon as you finish. There's some additional help, support, guides, and an option where you can leave a review. These here are all, the first four are all just different color adjustments. The next three are different types of blurs you can try out. For example, this is Gaussian blur. And then other features, liquify is a good one. You can change how your drawing looks, moving it around. So, and this is just the push one. There's twirl right, you just hold it down and it spins it around, and even more. So now let's go into the brushes. So there's a whole bunch of brush categories, but the ones I mainly use for drawing is sketching, inking, drawing, painting, artistic, and calligraphy. All of the other brushes I'd say are more for graphic designing or designing period, really. Not much for art, but you could find some helpful, like this here grid. If you're doing like a drawing and you want some extra like color or features or something like that, you can use this or these different wallpaper type tools. And then there's the eraser, of course. Let's use two colors and see how the smudge brush works to kind of like smudge them together. So if you do get Procreate, then you should explore all of the options. And if you don't like these brushes, there's always other options. A lot of the brushes that you can download to Procreate are not free. They actually cost. But there's some that aren't really expensive. Let's get into Ibis Paint. One problem with Ibis Paint is that every day you go on the app, you have to watch an ad to unlock multiple brushes, and it's mainly the good brushes. But after you watch the ad, everything is free. There are more ads as you reopen the app though, and on the top of the screen that appear. Ibis Paint has a lot of good default brushes. This one is like one of them at the top, Pen Fade, and I really like this brush. It's good for sketching at first and even drawing, really. This app doesn't have a lot of things that you can change to suit your preferences, but they do have different options like reference window, a grid, and you can change the grid settings. You can copy and paste. There's drawing tools. There's a stabilizer for the brush and for the eraser. And there's a ruler. Different shape rulers too. There's a blur brush, and it could help with some things. Mostly I use it for when I'm drawing blush or coloring. There's a special brush where you can use the liquify pen, shrink pen, expand, smoothen, and revert. And there's a bucket feature. It colors in anything closed off. Just like that. And you can add text, changing the font, size, style, and more. There's a frame divider. You can add a frame and add like different designs, or even just use it for dialogue. There's an eyedropper, and when you hold it down on a specific color on the canvas, it automatically selects it for you. And then you can edit the canvas. You can resize it, rotate, or flip it. Lasso is the same as Procreate. You circle it and then you click here to move it, so it's like a little bit different, and then here to remove the selection. On Transform, basically you just move the whole canvas, and right here is how you select different colors. There's already a blank palette here. Well, no, not blank. And right here is how you select colors. There's already some choices here, but I go with my own options. And that's pretty much all of Ibis Paint X. I recommend Ibis Paint X for beginner artists, those who can't afford Procreate, and Android or smartphone users. I rate it an 8 out of 10. I recommend Procreate for users that are willing to pay the price for a good quality app, iPad users, and experienced artists. I rate this app an 8.5 out of 10. A little bit better because of the extra features and options.